more and more kids that have disabilities can play around. They can do some things that the kids who can walk can do.
So Julie was a child with special needs. She used a wheelchair to get around, occasionally a walker. And she was just the most happiest, loveliest child. She loved to be outside, loved people. She couldn't get enough of people. The playground would have been something she would have enjoyed. Unfortunately, there weren't any playgrounds around that was easy to take her to.
Her wheelchair couldn't even get over the wood chips to get to the one handicap accessible swing that was on our local playground. And when I was young, it was always just her in my head. But as I grew up, I noticed more and more kids were having the same difficulties as my sister, and even some different difficulties. And I realized that this was really important and it needed to change.
Julie's Jungle came about really simply from observation. We saw families and children using the playground with a need to make it more accessible. What we saw and what we talked to are people who had multiple children, some able-bodied, some with disabilities, and those children could not play together. Playground surfaces today were built with wood chips and rubber pieces that are restrictive for wheelchairs and walkers. So we started looking at playgrounds a little more closely, our playgrounds here in East Fishkill, and we decided to make some changes.
I wrote a letter for a class project. The project was to write to a celebrity or someone of importance and find out how they got to where they are, ask them tips and tricks, or tell them how they can use their importance to help the world. And I wrote to the town and asked them to do this, and I didn't even expect a response. So it really was shocking.
The town of East Fishkill really took the lead with a group of concerned citizens who wanted to bring a fully accessible playground to light. When we learned about the project, we were very quick to try to find ways to partner. Julie's Jungle exemplifies exactly what we're talking about when we talk about our efforts to think differently. And Dutchess County, through our Community Development Block Grant Program, thanks to federal dollars, we were able to direct assistance to help bring this playground to fruition and really make it a place where kids of every ability get to come together, play, and enjoy their childhood. And there isn't anything more special than that.
It's just better for kids who have disabilities, and that way the kids that have the disabilities have a way to play and run around.
It allows you at least a feeling of relief for a parent that you can actually bring your kid to a place where he can engage in all the activities. So, which is a key thing. You need initiative for these things to happen. You need to have somebody who sees the need. This type of a place is great because people can come around and they can see need and they see value in people outside of their abilities, which is really, I think, a key thing for initiating any kind of this in any other place in New York State or around the country.
I know when we started this, I was hoping for a small change, maybe rubberized matting at our playground or some ramps or anything really. And so for it to have come this far it's still unbelievable, but I'm so thankful that we've been able to achieve what we have so far.
Her memory is here on this playground, something she would have loved to have seen, and just, I'm sure some people might not believe it, but I'm sure she's looking down at all these children and just her happy self, her hands are flapping, she's giggling, just like she would if she was here. And the fact that her name is on this means more than words can describe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for choosing to think differently.